What's up, guys? Jeremy here. And if you're worried about losing your agility or some of your jiu-jitsu prowess while locked up in quarantine, or if you're just interested in getting into jiu-jitsu, I've always said that if you can't control your own body, you have no business trying to grab a hold of somebody else and trying to control them. It just isn't going to work out. So you have to get control of your own body before you're worried about controlling someone else. So I'm going to share like 10 exercises that we can do with the Swiss ball to improve your core strength and your jiu-jitsu agility. All right, this one's just a sitting balance. You're going to sit on the ball. The more it's aired up, the harder it's going to be to balance. The less air, it's going to be a little easier to an extent. We're going to sit back, and then we're just going to lift your feet up, and you're going to balance. I would recommend, like, just as you're getting into it, like, start with whatever times you want. I try to go up to 2 minutes if I can. If you're here and you're just perfectly still, not moving, get more back on your tailbone, lay back into it, bring your knees up, and try to balance like that. And if you're super good like that, then work in circles trying to disrupt your balance. If 2 feet up is too much, start with 1 foot up. Start with 1 foot up. Get your balance going. Engage your core. Use your arms. All right, this one's the knee balance. So you're just gonna come up onto the ball. You can start with your knees wide and sitting down on it like you're on a saddle to start out with. And work like that. Or you can bring your knees in tighter. Let me back up a little bit. Tighter to the middle. Once you get your balance, I got this aired up tight. So I get my balance, I'm gonna go here, and then raising up as tall as you can go to the more advanced position. And again, you can disrupt your own balance, circles, whatever. Try to balance for a minute straight, starting out. All right, this one we're gonna do just a straight arm plank on the ball, like so. And you can move around a little bit. This is great for building your stabilizer muscles in your shoulders and working your core at the same time. If you get this down real good, then you're gonna go 1 arm back, down, 1 arm back, down, 1 arm back, and then alternating. This one's the rolling knee tuck, so I'm gonna lay with the ball right around my hips, on my thighs, arms straight, kind of extended out. I'm going to roll forward, tuck my knees in under me, and then roll back. Notice how my arms are straight. I'm gonna use my lats to pull myself forward, knee tuck, back, knee tuck, back. All right, after you get the knee tucks in, we're in the tucked position, so I rolled up. I'm gonna stay right here, and then I'm gonna switch my hips. So I'm gonna take my left foot out to the right and kick my right foot behind me and back. Switch, back. Just letting my hip touch the ball. Switch in for a counterbalance and back. Switch, back, switch, back. Next one is going to be a like a back step. So we're going to be laying on the ball, chest and hip pressure into the ball. I'm going to get my underhook, which I'm just squeezing in on the ball. You can just control here. I'm going to take this leg back behind me, back step, and then I'm going to pull my right leg through. Now I'm going to underhook with my left, back step, through, and then chest and hip pressure in. Keep that pressure so you get used to keeping pressure when you're passing. You don't want to give that space in the transition. Back step, pull through. Back step, pull through. back step, pull through, back step, and through. The next one is like a head post pass. This is a little more difficult, but imagine like if you're in side control and you're going to the far side to set up an arm triangle or something, so you get your head to the mat and you're going around. So I'm going to get my head to the mat, and then I'm up and over. Head to the mat and over. I'm using my forearms as a base, making like a triangle between my head and arms. Forearms down, head, forearm, and up. Forearm, pressure in, pass, pressure in, pass, pressure. Next one's kind of like a slide through, so say I'm doing like a open guard pass. These are the legs I'm gonna be pushing around, looking for my underhook and getting my hip pressure down, shooting this leg through. So it looks like this, I'm going here, and as I come around, I make contact with my foot on my ankle, on the ball first here, boom, and then I'm just slide, boom, pressure, coming up, foot, slide, underhook, pressure in. You're passing pressure in, but keep this pressure as you're going through. Boom, pressure. Underhook, pressure. All right, this next one's similar, but kind of the opposite. It's a leg overpass. So rather than coming on the same side, the same leg on the same side, and it's coming over and I'm passing around. So I'm here, I come right here, I have contact and I keep this pressure all the way through. Boom, and then pressure back in. So I'm here, pressure. Oh, went up the mat. Pressure. Missed the ball. Pressure. Let me move this out here a little bit. Just like this. Boom. Boom. Here. Pressure. This one's like an upa, so we always want the arms passing inside. We don't want them coming out like so. We're rolling like a log. So I'm here. I pop my hips up. Boom. I'm going here and then bringing this foot under. Pressure. Try not to use my hands. So now I'm going to transition back. I'm going to come back under and here. Now I'm going to go the other way. Pressure. I gotta get some room. So hips up, under, over, leg comes under, pressure. I'm going to go back. Pressure. Boom. Pressure. Next one's a knee on belly. This is a pretty difficult one to do. So we're here, knee on belly. Make sure I've got room. And then I'm just bringing I'm gonna post, bring my other knee in, and then post out. A little fast for myself. Boom. Post. Over here. If you're doing MMA and you want to just throw some punches in there, you can punch. This one's the underhook. I'm going to punch, switch. 1, 2, 3, switch. 1, 2, 3, switch. Bonus one to try as well. It's just a back flip. So we want to flip and then pressure in, try not to use the hands. I should have practiced this first. Boom, pressure. Get out here a little where you can see. So I'm just rolling in up onto the ball and I'm flipping over like one shoulder. Pressure. I gotta do it fast. I can't stop in the middle. So, again, over, pressure. Get that hip pressure in there. Pressure in. All right, after you get all those movements down, then you're gonna set a timer for 2, 3, 5, 6 minutes, whatever, and we're gonna go through a solo round of grappling. So I'll set my timer to go, and we'll start flowing through all those movements, chaining them together in sequence. So I'm gonna go here, maybe I'll go here. Under. Up. Something like that, and just go for the length of your time. I think you got the idea. Have fun with it, guys. Let me know what you think.